The conversation, he pulled out of his bag, he pulled a framed photo of himself signed to me. And I said, wow, because he knew I was going to be there. I go, wow, what's this for? And Billy said, I saw that you were talking about me in the press. He goes, keep it up. Because he doesn't get credit, and a lot of amazing stuff Billy Gibbons did. So the first thing I got from him was hammer-ons. First came from Billy Gibbons when I saw him. I saw him do that New Year's Eve, 1974, at the ZZ Top and Alice Cooper. New Year's Eve, and I was in the front row, and I watched Billy. So I went home, and I got my badge, and so I did, and pulled up. So then all hell broke loose, and I started doing all kinds of wacky, crazy hammer-on stuff. Major scale. Plug, hit, plug, hit, pull. You can do it minor also. See that? There's the major and minor there. I hope. Sometimes I hit the open E also. Make sense now? So next time I come back, you guys can all do that. Come on. You can. There's nothing that anybody plays, no matter how, if you can just take it apart piece by piece, there's nothing you can't do. Trust me. Really, there's nothing. I'll hear a lick sometimes, I'll think, impossible. I'll never do it. Just piece by piece, note by note, inch by inch. Eventually, I'll get it. And you can too. I have to say, to encourage you, there's nothing you can't do if you really want to. So anyway, that was hammer-ons. And then the other thing when I saw Billy Gibbons is he would slide off his pick and get these harmonics. Sorry. Drive your guitar player crazy. We used to play, in little clubs just like this, and the place was like crowded like this, and we'd be playing. The guitar player would be soloing, the drummer would be drumming. What the hell was that? So you drive people crazy, pick it like that. Sometimes I have to double some of Steve's stuff, and what I'll do is I'll do it as a picked harmonic because it makes the pitch real high and it cuts through. But those are the two things I stole from Billy Gibbons. I still owe him. He had a nickel for every time I played one of his songs. He'd be even richer. Yes, sir.
Tell him about your
influences, man, everything and everybody. Tonight will be an influence. I mean, everything. The first was probably Paul Samuel Smith from the Yardbirds. A song called Lost Woman by the Yardbirds. Amazing. And he did this one lick. For years it was my only lick. So play the key. That's all I knew. So Eventually I learned a few more licks, but that was one of the first bass licks I really learned. That was with the Yardbirds, Paul Semelsmith. Then after that was Tim Bogert from the Vanilla Fudge, who I took all of my early stuff from. Tim did a thing called raking. Just kind of pull your hands across. So you can do these really fast moves without much motion. Like I'll do a thing with... Stanley Clark did a lick a lot, but I don't know if that's the way he did it, but I did the Tim Bogart way with So the fingers aren't moving much at all, they're just kind of dragging across the strings. So Tim Bogart was another huge one. Then everybody from Jethro Tull. Amazing bass solos and really cool classical stuff. Then everybody, Oscar Peterson on piano. Piano player sometimes learn a few drum rudiments. You do a techno music. That was my techno. Yes, sir. Two outside notes. And move it. Those little songs and things you can come up with that will... It's a good idea to do that because then you got to do it in time and with dynamics. Very important, because just doing it alone sometimes, your dynamics are up and down, it's loud and quiet when it shouldn't be, and your time is wavering. I practice every single day with a metronome. All the time. Time is so important. So you sit down with a metronome and just go... And you'll see, oh, hey, too fast, too slow, too fast, too slow. Until you get it so solidly, you can do it like that. There's classical pieces you can do, like some Mussorgsky. All kinds of stuff. So sit down with some of your favorite stuff and come up with like a basic, like the Journey thing, and do it. And practice this really slow. Again, any lick or anything you see or hear. Yeah, well, you can do Ed's stuff is it's pretty well known now too. You know, most of his things are. I did that on bass, and it was on B3 dance chambers crew. But yeah, there's a lot of things you can find out, but your ability to be creative when you practice is almost as important as your ability to be creative when you write a song or perform. So I have to get really creative in my practicing so I can practice the things that actually help me, which is rare. It's a new concept to some people. They practice all day, practice. Well, what does that have to do with anything? Nothing. But they practice a lot. So do things that you know are going to really help you in the job you're doing with your instrument. If you're in a song band and you're not playing any solos, get a metronome and just get your timing so amazing. And then maybe try practicing melody.